Oh, God damn it. Welcome back, guys. So I got a comment from a subscriber not too long ago, and wanted some information on some good things to think about when going to basics. So what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. All right. So all right. First things first. Get your mind right. Okay? Get your mind right. You don't want to go in there thinking like a bag of ass and looking like a bag of ass. Okay? That's not good for anybody. All right? So make sure you get your mind right. I mentioned this before. Okay? Mentality. It's important. Okay? If you're not going in there with the right mindset, you're not going to succeed. Okay? Tell yourself that you're going to do it. Okay? Because when I was going through basic, before I went into basic, my mom's husband at the time told me that I couldn't do shit. So I went to basic and I proved him wrong. Okay. I went to basic. I told myself that I was going to make it. I got shin splints in both of my legs. Okay. One right after the other. All right. So shin splints, for those of you who don't know, are stress fractures. Okay. And they hurt. And I made it. So if I can make it, you can make it. You just got to keep pushing through. And that's mindset. Next, baby powder. Okay. Baby powder is incredibly important. Whether you're, I don't know where other branches are going to go, but I know where the Air Force is going to go, and that's in God's frying pan. So you want to be prepared to go down to San Antonio, Texas. It's hot as shit. It's very hot, so be prepared for that. Also, San Antonio, Texas, you're gonna have to hydrate. You're gonna have to hydrate. You're supposed to be drinking a gallon of water per day. They'll have charts to show you whether or not you're hydrating sufficiently or not. It's really important to pay attention to. I've seen a lot of people fall out in basic, and it's been some real medical emergencies. Don't be one of those guys. Next. Start getting up early, okay? About 5 or 6 a.m. You want to get your body used to that shock of waking up so early before the sun comes out. They're going to be playing Reveille, and Reveille is what's going to wake you up. More on Reveille later. All right. Get your banking information and send it to me. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't send your banking information to anybody unless it's a Tinder date or your baby mama. But you do want to get that situated. You do want to get that stuff memorized because they're going to take that banking information when you go into basic. I'm not exactly sure if they only do direct deposit. You guys have to remember it's been a while since I've been in. So, and even further since I've been in basic, right? So make sure you keep that in mind. But make sure you start memorizing your banking information, routing number, accounting number, everything like that, because that's also going to come in handy when you're studying for your exams. Next, and this is one that's really important, religious exemptions. Where the fuck are these patches coming from? What the fuck? Oh well. Another thing to think about too, if you guys are religious, make sure before you go and you get those vaccinations, because they're going to put you in a line of vaccinations, okay? You're basically going to be Uncle Sam's pincushion, all right? Uncle Sam loves his pincushions. He does a lot of things with them. Yeah. But if you are religious, do your homework on some of these vaccinations. Make sure that they're aligning with your religious views. If they don't, you can get religious exemptions for them. The sooner you do it, the better it's going to be for you. Don't be that guy that waits 4.5 years to put a religious exemption in for a vaccine 6 months post an epidemic. As I was talking about in a video before, get an idea of where you want to go. If there's a country that you want to go to and we have a base there, because we have bases everywhere, we'd have one in your grandmother's basement, but she's so picky about her china. So, it's whatever. Next, get physical. Run, jump, push ups, pull ups, flutter kicks, bear crawls, Spider Man push ups, sex, crying. Get physical. Start eating clean. Don't wait until like a week or a few days before. If you can, try to find a BMT Basic Military Training Study Guide. I'm telling you, it's going to help you out a lot. Why not go ahead and start getting as much information as you can right now so that you can study up right now and have as much knowledge going into it as you possibly can. Don't do what I did. Call Jessica. STD. How did that get there? Hey, Jessica, it's me. What do you mean, who is this? I'm that guy. No, not Adam. How many men have you been with? Look, I don't care. I'm just calling to let you know that you might want to get tested. No, I'm not joking around. I didn't want to put it in your butt. No, just no, just get tested. Okay, all right. It doesn't matter why I'm whispering. Okay, all right. Love you too. Bye. All right. Next, learn what the GI Bill is. That's gonna be really important. Pretty much a breakdown is covers education benefits. You can get a what's called a COLA, which is a cost of living adjustment. The government will pay you to go to school. Okay, I believe it's 36 months. You can get a little bit longer depending on your situation. I've seen that happen with people. So, but you're not really going to need to use your GI Bill while you're in because you can go to college for free. They will pay that. But make sure you're studying up on your GI Bill and post 9/11 bill. Okay. Those are really important. They will ask you on which one you want. They'll give you a rundown, but most of you guys will be fried at that point. So you're not really going to jot down a whole lot of information. So make sure you're studying up on it now before you go to basic. All right, this one's a really good one, guys. Ask veterans. That's why he came to me. It's also why Jessica came to me. Ask as many veterans as you can. Ask them what basic was like for them so that there's somewhat of an idea that you can expect from basic. We all have different experiences, so learning as many different perspectives, experiences as possible, you can kind of narrow some things down. It's not what it used to be, but it still can be stressful, so you kind of want some different ideas. All right, so I mentioned Reveille before. Study up on what Reveille is and what Retreat is. Those are really important songs that are played within the military. Reveille is played in the morning, it pretty much introduces the day, and Retreat is played at the end of the day. It signifies as the closing of the day. Here's an important one, and you're going to be using this quite a bit throughout basic. Learn your creed, your airman's creed, soldier's creed, marine's creed, your creed. You're gonna know this. They will ask you about it. You will be saying it a lot, and if you mess up, they will know, and then I will know, and then we will have a problem. All right. Get comfortable with firearms. Okay. You're going to be using firearms. Everybody goes and shoots in basic. Everybody. Okay. Unless you're an officer. But everybody goes and shoots. So make sure you're comfortable with firearms. Disassemble. You can reassemble. You understand sight picture, sight alignment. You can hit a target just fine with both accuracy and precision. So get used to firearms. It doesn't matter if your MOS, your AFSC, or whatever is pertaining to firearms or not. What matters is that you will be trained on this. So pick up those skills. Invest into some good shoes. Okay? Invest into some good shoes. I've seen so many people with feet problems a few weeks in, and their feet are already blistering up, their arches are collapsing, whatever. It's because they're not taking care of their feet. You will do a lot of running. So make sure that you have good footwear, okay? And that's going to be for PT, but it is going to be a good break from those boots. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're selecting shoes to use in BMT. Get used to carrying a card around your neck. That's going to be really important. That's going to be what's called a CAC card, okay? A CAC card stands for Common Access Card. That Common Access Card is going to be your life. If you are ever caught without your CAC card, I will find you. I will find you. Don't be that guy. Good idea to start preparing for it is have your credit card or your debit card, put it into a slot where you can carry around as a necklace and carry that around with you until you get to basic. It's good preparation for that. Again, if you lose that, not only am I going to have a great Christmas, but I would have found you too. It's not going to be good for you. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I can think of right now. If I happen to think of anything else, I'll do a add-on video to it. I wanted to end on mindset, okay? I wanted to touch on it one last time. Mindset is incredibly important. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to have the right physicality. If you don't have the right physicality, you're going to be doing MTI tools. And MTIs love their MTI tools. It's not quite smoking as it was prior to MTI tools, But make sure that you have the right mindset. There was a kid that was in our flight going through, and the first couple of days, he already had a mental breakdown and he couldn't handle it. So make sure you're in the right headspace before you go. Again, because it's going to be stressful. There's going to be a lot of times where you're stressed very thin. Sometimes you don't sleep well in BMT. Understandable. You're stressed out. Sleep deprivation is a very real thing in the military. So make sure you work on your mindset and you're able to go through these challenges and come out on top. That's going to be the difference between you passing or failing. And that's pretty much all I got, boys and girl. If you guys happen to have anything else you would like me to cover, let me know. I'm going to be doing videos such as uniform standards, marching, saluting, gas masks, and all that stuff. If you guys happen to have anything that you would like me to cover specifically, I can do that for sure. Just make sure you reach out to me, and I will do my best to cover those soon. Also, for the guys who have served, for the guys who are in, please help out the guys that are going in. Listen, you guys have my respect for going in. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of sacrifice to go in. So greatly respect it. So, guys, help them out. That being said, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves, both mind and body. Make sure you take care of each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello? Who's this? Jessica. I don't know what Jessica.